Welcome back to Tony Hawk's Project 8. I'm Insetic, and I've got a crew with me this time. We've got Blank Tester.
Hey kids, how's it going?
Blackout the M&M.
Hey everyone.
And Canuck Dude.
Hey.
Alright, so we're headed to the city center, and it's kind of interesting. The main set piece is still that main Capitol building, but because this version you don't have the hilltop to one side and the city park to the other, around the edges, it's completely different. And done, with the intent in mind of having a single level. And also, if you've played Thug Pro, this is one of the levels you could play. Basically, any level in Thug Pro that's from Project 8 you could play is going to be from the Gen 6 version, PS2, Xbox.
Has there been any attempt to get the Gen 7 version into Thug Pro?
They all port it from the PS2 versions. So
So they just can't do it?
Yeah, like they can't even get they have difficulty getting Pro Skater 2X levels into the game.
Really? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you go up to PS3, 360, and it's just, sure, you've got PS3 emulation, but I don't know the pipeline of,
Yeah, sure.
porting stuff over.
Making things is hard.
Yeah.
That's the rule that I live by.
The rule that you live by?
Yeah, that's the rule that I live by in my life.
It's not really a rule.
It's just a fact.
Yeah.
What if I live by the rule of making things is actually really easy?
Then you're
Like,
gonna find yourself
This track that's
disappointed
playing
a
is
lot.
fucking sweet. What song is this?
Stigmata by Ministry.
Oh yeah,
I know because you hear that.
Dude, I haven't listened to Ministry in a long time. That's a good band.
Yeah.
Not a very consistent band, but good at what they do when they're doing it well.
I have noticed that you do get quite a lot more tokens in this game, which maybe offsets the more ridiculous prices of everything.
I think the pricing is still too ridiculous on its own. But yeah, you can get, more tokens. In the Gen 7, it's very much like you impress one person, they'll give you one token. You have to go impress someone else,
Yeah.
It's
It
a more
offsets it, but
constant
not as much as they thought it would.
Yeah.
Right. And again, you also have the full list of special tricks, the full list from, American Wasteland. So, sad to say, I was wrong. The blunt trip is not a one-game wonder. You can do a blunt trip in this game as well.
Dude, I like how these dorky-looking dads are like, if you bust through there, you'll unlock a really sick line, bro.
Yeah. They know the ins and outs.
My hip-hoppity cool cat, you better skate on that pronto, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Wiggity whack, dog.
Oh, shake it, baby.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
yeah, I'm going
I
after
broke
the
my
things
back.
that the game itself pointed out, at the start. Like, find the secret spot, do this, make the bowl.
Oh.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah,
Ta-da.
I hate when that happens.
That does make slightly more sense of the bowl in the Capitol.
Yeah, I guess.
A little bit.
In PC, people like to brag they don't have to worry about this gen, the multiple gen problem. But I remember the days where you had games that came out on CD, games that came out on DVD, and the CD version, of course, was way, shittier.
Right.
Because they had to cut stuff out and, compress the hell out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still waiting for the PC too.
Right, I mean, I just get the discs and put them in the console. I was not a PC gamer as, a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we all make mistakes, we just gotta learn from it.
I use what I buy. If I buy video game, I do what I'm supposed to do with the video game.
Yeah.
You are very much stuck inside that fence.
Yep.
No, it was just like an angle thing, I don't know.
See, that doesn't happen on PC. I'm joking. I don't actually feel that strong about
Yeah.
PC versus console. I just love people. I love the cliche of it's just you play on PC, you're an idiot. You play on console, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So is this the
Meanwhile-
replacement for the Elimiscate goal in Gen 7? Or is this
I guess
the
so,
quote-unquote equivalent?
Yeah, I mean, the Gen 6, it's got to have simpler goals. So it's just guy says, hey, get a high score in the bowl, rather than, like, you face off versus other people who, you know, get scores as they get them. I don't think I said it. It is kind of cool. Shaba Games shows you your combo score. Like, you know, it's not just 22 really times 12. It's, you know, whatever it was before I crashed for no fucking reason. I don't know.
Rest in peace, by the way.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So that's kind of a cool addition.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, we all know Shaba Games, they never got to make the sequel we all wanted.
Which was?
You know, Grind Session.
Grind Session. Oh, yeah, they made Grind Session.
Yeah. I was gonna make a joke about Wakeboarding Unleashed, but I couldn't remember if they were the guys who made that.
We still haven't gotten Kelly Slater's Pro Surfer 2.
Yeah. Where's Matt Hoffman 1+2 remake?
Where's Krusty Demons 2?
Matt Hoffman's Pro Surfer.
Oh, jeez.
I would buy all of those.
That's a monkey's paw kind of situation.
I should Photoshop that. It's Matt Hoffman riding a bike on a surfboard, and it says Matt Hoffman's Pro Surfer.
Krusty Demons Remade is a monkey's paw kind of thing. I don't know what I wished for, but a monkey's paw curled and gave me Krusty Demons Remake.
Yeah. If they made a if they made a Monkey's Demon, if they made a Krusty Demons 2,
yeah, if they made a Monkey's Demon. Of course.
Yeah.
Well, he's
and we would get the speedrun world record
at some point.
Yeah.
Right.
He'd play anything.
They better not fix that.
I think that was around the time that I subbed to Aesthetic. I think that was the...
They better just make it a site.
Word on the street is...
Wait, you're talking about this like it exists. Are they making a Krusty Demons remake?
No.
Oh, okay. Because you're talking about it in future tense like it exists.
Oh, when he was talking about bugs and oversights, I thought he was talking about SSX Explorer.
No.
That whole game is an oversight.
I cannot comment on that yet.
Yeah, but you will comment on it when you play it.
At some point I want to play Blur, but I, like...
Yeah, somehow you always find something better to do with your time. I'm not surprised.
Yeah. It's weird. I always find something, you know, fun and enjoyable.
Or something not fun and unenjoyable.
It is one of those things... it is one of those things where people complain about that game so much. It's one of those things where it's like, I almost want to play it to see how hard or bad it really is.
So I was excited. I was so happy. I got a Wii for Christmas. I got an SSX Explorer because my parents knew I loved Tricky, and it was awful, and I felt so bad.
You
like,
know,
I went in with positive hopes, and they were all just dash.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you know, everyone who complains about how hard it is to do uber tricks with the Wiimote or whatever, they haven't played a lot of extreme sports games. It'll come natural to someone who, you know, knows what the genre's like.
You already waved your controller around playing all the other games.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of thing you think, and then I'll probably, like, pick it up and think it's freaking impossible.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't do Executioners to Stone Ages like this.
Yeah. How am I gonna do an XXSA off the big jump on much too much, you know?
Yeah, I love the freaking Kappa / people give you when you skate by.
Right.
Yeah. I really do like how in the Gen 6 version of this level, how much more they focus on the upper part of the Capitol building, like this.
Yeah, kind of. In Gen 7, you're sort of expected to just try to climb it on your own. And,
rewarding you for exploration.
If nothing is right in front of me, I might not. Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty sure if you did that in real life, your legs would shoot off. Just fly off at the hip.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be pretty sick. That might make it even more sick.
Yeah. Now, one kind of quick thing is that, like, there's still the classic mode here in Gen 6. You know, same type as Gen 7. They're built into the levels. And there will always be, like, 2 things where you need to do a certain gap or such. And since gaps are pretty important in this version, that's a nice way to get, like, 2 more gaps than you probably know about. Again, I'm super blind. If something's not pointed out directly to me, I'm not going to do it. So, like, I've done these levels and left them having only found 2 out of 50 gaps. And it's where are the others?
So one of 1,000 gaps.
It can be a good way to naturally, do more gaps and get more rank across a playthrough.
I'm definitely not a gap hunter, so I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
Dude, I love those, that sound effect. That's so pleasing to the ears. I'm not being
What's the sound of the board?
I just love that, skittering cobblestone sound.
Yeah, it's a good noise.
Yeah.
It's really good Foley.
Yeah, I mean, back then, they didn't always do a lot of adjustment for, while you were skating on, walking on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in Mad Dash Racing.
Yeah.
I think it was like Underground where you finally got, electricity wire sounds?
Yeah.
If you're grinding on them.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I think it was Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure.
Uh-huh.
Because that's also kind of weird. Like, you have to wonder what they were thinking, what the Foley artists were thinking. Like, what does a skateboard grinding along an electrical wire sound like? Like, how do you as a Foley artist...
I think it sounds like, oh god, I'm dying!
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it just sounds like you snapping an electrical wire and falling to your
it's
death.
the same thing.
Report to me at City Park for further instructions.
If I can go on kind of a weird little thing that I thought about.
Oh, go off, sister.
Especially with, playing the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remake. That in American Wasteland, Project 8, probably Proving Ground, I mean I haven't played it yet, but in those, there's really no air gaps that are just point to point. Since you have acid drops and bank drops, any gap where you jump through the air, you always have to bank drop down and hit a surface. And that, I kind of realized that when playing the remake, and they went back to how the old games do it, where it can be point to point in the air. Just I don't know, if the remake had, Project 8's gameplay or something to go over the pipe in Warehouse, you'd have to bank drop and fall straight down onto the other side after you, jumped over it for it to register.
Yeah. Dude, that fucking trick combo reminded me of the dunk contest in V3. NBA Street V3. That was sick.
Yeah, I was just
ranked
thinking
up
about that. I mean, really look at it. Every gap where you jump through the air in Project 8, both versions, especially Gen 6, you'll only get once you bank drop down right onto something. But yeah.
That is kind of weird.
If we want in, we need to set that clock to 3 p.m. I can get you in there, soldier. I just need you to acquire a vital piece of intel from that there building. Careful. They got a fancy pants laser security system, so you'll need to find a creative means of entry.
All
right.
Yeah,
Let's see how avoiding the lasers goes in Gen 6. Looks like they have more lasers on the outside, too.
Yeah, it's a full, you gotta weave your way back to him kind of thing.
Yeah, now I remember. This goal was different on Gen 6. You idiot.
Yeah, you fucking moron.
But,
loser.
This version is too slippery for me to be able to do the same grind jump, so, yeah, I have to, scale the building, kind of, to get over.
So, you're, trapped here now. They just set up all these lasers so that you can't leave. So they already know we're here.
I mean, if they're cool with imprisoning kids in school, then I don't see why they wouldn't be
cool
with imprisoning skaters at the Capitol.
Oh my gosh.
Also imprisoning people in the suburbs.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
We were imprisoned in the suburbs until we knocked the gate down.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, this is really goal about breaking free of the expectations life sets for you. It's a metaphor.
I really like how they keep their codes on floppy disks in 2006.
I mean,
it is the government and military.
Well, I mean, to give a serious response to that, a lot of times those are more secure than keeping them on digital.
No. Plus, it takes a long time to update infrastructure. Consider that I go to Lowe's, to get, tools and other Lowe's-y sort of things, and their registers still use an ASCII display that runs in DOS.
Oh, yeah. I think I have actually seen registers that use that before.
I mean, that's the way it was at Micro Center when I was working there.
There also was that. Oh, I know where I saw that. I saw that at a Guitar Center. Yeah, they're like, they would apply like discount codes through like an ASCII interface and stuff.
So yeah, that was the first little bit through the city center. We're gonna head to the high school next time.